I'm joined by royal historian Rafe Heydel-Mankoo, who has joined me here in the royal reaction room for all the latest. Rafe, welcome, first of all. The trailer, let's talk about that came out with that allegation from Meghan's lawyer that there were people within Buckingham Palace briefing negative stories about them to the press in order to perhaps make other members of the royal family look good. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, all I can say is it seems as if, they were holding their punches on the first three episodes. There would have been a sigh of relief at Buckingham Palace after those first three episodes proving rather a damp squib. But the trailers do seem to suggest that there are explosive allegations to be made here. But this is their time to actually show us the money, so to speak. They have to actually provide evidence. So far, we've had a lot of hot air, but very little substance. We've had people with no credibility, friends of Meghan's like Lucy Fraser, who no one has ever heard of, being quoted as if they are authorities. They're not authorities. This is the time to put up or shut up, because the British public aren't fools, and they can see that this is much more propaganda than documentary. And all that we've seen so far are a lot of allegations that haven't had much substance to this.
In the first few minutes of episode 4, Meghan is describing her experience of the royal wedding at Windsor, and she makes a very interesting point that she claims she didn't realise there would be crowds on either side of the road greeting her, waving at her as she was driving towards St George's Chapel. Many perhaps would see that as hard to believe.
It's quite a remarkable statement to think that she wasn't aware of what happened at the wedding of Diana, for example, or indeed of her sister-in-law. We know full well that she was au fait with Prince Harry's background, and it's very hard to believe that somebody in America wouldn't be aware of what exactly is going to be going on with the royal family. I mean, throughout this whole thing, this does seem to be an orchestrated attempt to advance a certain sort of narrative. You know, we've seen in the last episodes trying to portray not only the royal family or the media, but also the British nation as institutionally racist. But we saw from those crowds at Windsor that the British public aren't racist. They were fully in support of this. This idea that, you know, Harry and Meghan are some sort of social justice warriors trying to struggle against the oppression in the royal family and the British media is nonsense. She's much less of a Rosa Parks figure, more like a Jussie Smollett.